just in just in case you need it. All right. So we have the privacy and electronic communication regulations of 2003. We have the GDPR policy. The GDPR policy, I'm sure, um, the GDPR policy, I'm sure you must have heard, you must have gone to websites and see all those privacy, cookie, all those informations pop-ups on everywhere. They're basically websites that are adhering to the GDPR policies. Right, so you can read more about this in your email. I send you links to the policies and all that. Just give me a moment. Let me sip a cup of water. It just started raining very, very heavily. Let me know if you can hear the sound of the rain and if it's interfering so that I can stand up and close my windows.
Yeah, it's raining down here too.
All right, so we can continue. It's obviously raining everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't want to stand up to all the way to the window, but I don't think it's interfering with the audio, so we can continue. Okay, so let's move on. Um, so before we get started, I wanted us to talk about one last thing, and that is the difference between a domain-based email address and the free email addresses that we use. So um, for all of us, we have Gmail, we have Yahoo Mail, we have AOL, we have Hotmail. Gmail is the most used right now. And because of that, we assume that we can use our Gmail account directly for email marketing. All right, that's yes, it's possible in the past, and it's still possible to some extent. All right, but it's advised to not use your free email address for your email marketing activities, and there are reasons for this. One of the reasons includes that um, these free email services do not expect you, or do not expect you to use your free email services, which is their services, for email for promotional or marketing purposes. If you're using a free Gmail account, it's expected that you're using it for private use, meaning that you're using it to send emails to friends and families, to your colleagues and all that. And because of that, there's a limit to your daily use of your email account, of your Gmail. For example, for Gmail and Yahoo Mail, you can only send out a maximum of 500 emails in a 24-hour period. So that means that for a day, you can only send out a maximum of 500 emails. And your email has to be spaced out like a human being, right? If you use a platform like SendPulse will send out all your emails at once, instantly. So that is how Jumia can send emails to all their customers in a few seconds, and everyone will receive it. So the first step we're going to take now will be to get a domain-based email address. A domain-based email address, something like praise@sendpost.com. All right. So let's look at the checklist. So what we're going to do, we're going to set your SendPost account, which is your USP. We're going to get a domain-based email address, and we're going to set up domain authentication. And I'll explain why you need to do all that as we start. So let's just stop our slide here and just go into the practical so we don't waste too much time. All right. So what you're going to do is go to SendPost and create an account. All right. Once you create a SendPost account, it's very straightforward and it's free. Just click on try for free. Then you fill out your name, your phone number, email address. and you create your account. Once you're done that, you have access to this dashboard. Right, so this is my dashboard. I have sent a few campaigns, so you can see that all these graphs are written, are shown out here. But for you, you have everything blank and empty. Also, um, your screen resolution might be different. So I'm using my laptop, shows it this way. Some other people, depending on your screen resolution, the laptop can show it somewhere like this, okay, or somewhere like this, all depending on your laptop resolution. But this is my laptop resolution, so I can see the whole thing spread out this way. Okay, so when you create your SendPlus account, now that we have our SendPlus account, you see that I use a Gmail account to create this. I use praise testing@gmail.com. But let's pause now and let us go and buy a domain-based email address. For every legitimate business, you need to have a domain name or a website. Wow, this one is heavy. You need to have a domain name or a website. So what is a domain name? A domain name is basically a web address that specifies where your website will be located in. Okay, you do not have to have a very special website design or spend 150k or 200k to design a website. There are many ways you can go about having your own website. As a matter of fact, can you please put in the chat the business you do, so that I can pick up a business and use it as an example throughout this training. So just Mr. Aziz, Philomena, and Toby, just put it in the chat. Let me know what you do so we can use that as an example. All right. So let us create or buy a domain name and then create a domain-based email address. So there are many ways to do this. There are many ways to do this. In fact, you could just Google domain email. All right, so you can just create domain email. You can see domain email registration. You can see cheap business email. Now that name cheap, you can see different services are up and available here. But because so many users or so many people have asked, Praise, what is the cheapest way, or how can I get this for little to nothing? Okay. I'm going to now show you how to do it for a very cheap price. Technically, for just 5,000 naira, you can have your own domain-based email address. So if you are a new business owner and you do not want to invest so much in it, here's how to do it. You can use a Nigerian-based hosting company. Please, there are many options out there. You can use Q server. You can use Giga Layer. You can use Google Host. But let me use Q server. Okay. So I basically go to Q server website and I search for a domain name. So let's look at domain search. Okay, so someone said ERP. So I'll just say ERP service XYZ because I don't expect ERP service to be available. So let us search if ERP service XYZ is available. All right, so now ERP service.ng is available, but you see down here that .ng is expensive. .ng is 9,000 naira. So I will scroll down and look for .com.ng, and I search again. Now you can see here that .com.ng is 1,000 naira, 1k. So we scroll all the way down, and then we click to continue. So when we get to this domain configuration page, just click on no hosting. Click to add. Once you click on that, you pick the cheapest hosting available here, which is the starter pack. You click on order now. Then you can see that your ERP service xyz.com.ng is available here. You click on continue. And then you click your billing cycle for 1 year annually. So your billing cycle is 5,000 naira for 1 year. And then you can see your total price is 5,000 naira. So technically what we've done is that we've purchased a domain and hosting account, domain name, which is the XYZ ERP service xyz.com.ng, plus a server to host that domain for 1 year. And we have that at 5,000 naira. So between now and this time next year, you're only going to spend 5,000 naira, and you renew that 5,000 naira every year. So you click on continue, and then once you get to continue, you can go ahead and pay, and you have let's click on doing it. Then you click on continue, go ahead and pay. So once you pay, you already have your domain name, all right, and you have your hosting account. So I don't want to pay, so you can do this yourself. So once you're done, just come down here and chat the support and tell the support that you want to create an email address. All right, they will just show you how to do that, and that is it's pretty much straightforward. They will show you how to create the email address. So now we have done that. We have created our email address. We have created our domain-based email address. We can now go further and use it. So you can create your name at the company's name.com. You can use info or whatever you choose to use. So now what I've done is I've done this before the training. I've bought a domain name, and I've done exactly as I showed you guys using this for 5,000 naira. So you will now come back to your SendPulse account, and you come to your settings right here under your avatar. You come to account settings. So what we're trying to do now is to set up your account. Okay, as a business owner, you're trying to set up your account, enter your business name, all the information you need. For every email you receive from banks or all the rest, when you scroll down to the bottom, you see the bank name, the business name, and all those information. You enter all those things there. So you can see here that I registered with my Gmail, right? So I have my name, praise, my last name, my phone number, my language is English, currency. So it's always specify your currency in Naira, your time zone, specify your time zone in Lagos, right? Country, Nigeria, city. This is wrong though. City is right. And random address. Click on additional information right here. So under additional information, you can see all this your information. Why is this selecting this? All right, so your company name. So I created this company name, just this fictitious name, NBSEM, and I bought this domain .com.ng for just the same price I showed you, nbsem.com.ng. My industry, let me just make this IT computing. So when you get to this section, it says source of your mailing address. Source of your mailing address. You click subscribers. Please don't pick any other option. Just click on subscribers. Size of your email list, just say less than 200. Dispatch frequency, and you save. You're done. If you have a logo, all right, you come here and click on profile picture and attach a logo right here on that profile picture. If you do not have a logo, you can use your face, something that people can use to identify that your emails are legitimate and they're from you. So let's pause here and let's go through one more step on setting up your account information. Come to company information right here and verify that your company is there. So you see your company name is here. If you don't have a company name, right, your name is a company name. All right, you may be doing a one-man business where you buy and sell stuff, and you are trying to do, or you just have a name for your Instagram. Just make sure there's a company name that people know you with. All right, something that people know you with. Always add it, because when you're sending out emails to people, they want to know who is it from. So enter that your company name. So once we are done with this page, let's go to, on the left here, you see service settings. So you click on service settings. Okay, here is where we now use the domain name, the domain-based email address we've created on Q server. All right, so let me just close this. So how do we do that? Let's click on delete this random one I used. So a domain-based email address, all right, basically, as I mentioned earlier, is the most preferred way to send your emails. Please do not use Gmail address or the rest. All right, so one basic downside of using your Gmail address is, let's say you send out emails to like 1,000 people. All right, all that email will be sent to your spam folder, to the spam folder of your recipient. So your email will never reach the inbox because you're using free email addresses. Why is that? Because this will flag your email as spam. I'm sure you must have received random emails from those Indians that will say, we do this service, we do that. And they bombard your email address or your email folder with one random message after the other. You notice that if you go to your spam folder, you see most of them their emails are there, right? So if you want to see good results with email marketing, you want all your emails to enter the promotional tab, or preferably your inbox. So when someone opens your inbox, they see your message. You do not want your message to be sent to the spam folder. So that's why this is very important. So you click on add a from address. So how do you do this thing? How do you add a from address? I always advise that you use your name, because if you are the face of your business, even if you are not the face of your business, you need to use a name that sort of puts you in a good light. An example is, we receive email from a mysterious guy called Uche from Bolt, right? If you use Carbon app, you must have received email from Aisha from Carbon. If you use the Leo for UBA Bank, you receive email from like Leo from UBA. This is basically brands trying to look more human, and are attaching a face or attaching some sort of human feel to their to their brand. And the current trend, and is the best way people um, tend to open their email box, because they feel that the email is from someone they are familiar with. So I'm going to use um, let me just use Toby. So I'll say Toby as at ERP service xyz.com.ng. Okay, so what do I use as the sender name? So you must have received email from me, say pray from St. Paul's. So let's use Toby from ERP service. So this is the best way. Do not use emails like, don't use sender names like marketing. That is very generic. You will just see that people will just overlook your emails to look like a random email in your inbox. Don't use their marketing or info, or what would be the sender name. Don't just use your company name like this. Some people are always fond of using this. They will just use ERP service or ERP service co limited. Nobody wants to receive email from ERP Service Co Limited except they've sent you a code. Even if your client says, send me a code for your service, you obviously want, they're obviously expecting to receive an email from Mr. Toby, not ERP codes, because they don't remember, they may not remember your name or your company name, but they remember that I spoke to someone called Toby. So the email is going to be from Toby. So you see that you see better open rate when your email sender name looks like this: Toby from ERP Service Co Limited. Okay. An example, another perspective to look at it is, if you are making sales calls and you pick up your phone and call someone and say, "Good afternoon, sir. My name is Toby." They're like, "Okay." Right? Or you say, "Good afternoon, sir. My name is ERP Service Co Limited." They're like, "Okay." But if you say, "Good afternoon, my name is Toby. I'm calling you from ERP Co Service Limited," you are automatically saying, "I'm a person calling you from a company, and I'm willing to speak to you about our service and whatnot." It's much more approachable that way. Also, someone must have called you and say, LTD. Someone have called you and say, "I'm Toby. Good afternoon. My name is Toby," and you say, "Toby from where?" So it's just how do I put it? Just common sense to do things in ways that people will always remember. So once you've done this and you click on add, send supposed to send you an email. So that's your email address you just created using Q server. So you go there and then you open it, you click on the activation link. Once you click on the activation link, you activate the email. Once you activate the email, you get this active check right here. But because I do not have this email, all right, I cannot get it activated. I can't receive any emails. So we'll just move on from here. All right. So at this stage, I would like to show you something, because now we are going into the next stage, which is going to be creating your email list. Creating your mailing list, basically. So before we go to creating your mailing list, I want to show you something very important. So I'm basically going to go to the SendPulse website. It's sendpulse.com, but if you are within Nigeria, the site will redirect to .ng, and the reason for this is to make payment available for you in Naira. I also have locally domiciled support. So if you check the pricing page, you will see that you can pay in Naira, and this is to make it very convenient and affordable compared to the consistent exchange rate fluctuation. Right. So we're basically here. So basically under knowledge base, I want to show you something before we get started, before we get into the next stage. If you notice what I'm doing, I'm following. Okay, so what is considered permission to send emails? So basically what you see that I'm doing, I'm basically following the um how would I put it? So you can see we just went through the SendPulse basic. If once you are on your free time, you can just go to the SendPulse website. You come down under resources, knowledge base. You can see I've gone through basics. I'm going through mailing lists. After we're done with basics, I'm basically going to show you how to create your mailing lists and recipients, how to create your templates, how to send your emails, and then also how to read your statistics. So let's just move on to what is considered permission. So you remember at the beginning we talked about the policies and laws guiding email marketing, and one of the things we covered was the Can Spam Act. All right, we covered. Let's go through it again. We covered. Where's that? Where's that? Yes, we covered the Can Spam Act. We covered the CASL law. We also covered privacy electronic communication regulations of 2003, and we talked about a little bit about the GDPR policy. So, as I mentioned earlier, again, you will receive a link to read more about this. And let me just show you the full meaning of can spam. Okay. So that you understand what we are going to cover here, what is considered permission. Right. So can spam means the controlling of assaults of controlling the assault of non-solicited pornography and marketing. Okay, so the main word here is non-solicited. All right, so basically it's the act to control any non-solicited marketing. So what does non-solicited means? I didn't ask for it. Okay, I didn't ask for it. So if someone you do not know randomly sends you an email, that's an unsolicited email. Okay, as you can see that this was enacted in 2003, and you can read more about the title amendments and all this. Now, why does this matter to you? All email service providers are bound or adhere to these laws. Forget it's not just the U.S. government that basically U.S. government started it because it was a big issue there, and this law has spread worldwide and is being publicly enacted. Every ESP, every data complaints abide by this law. So you can read more about the remaining laws. We have the CASL, Privacy Electronic Communication Regulations, the Gdpr policy, and the rest. So let's now go into the detail of what does non-solicited means. So that's what we're going to talk about now. What is considered permission to send emails? You must have heard about people that say start email marketing and go and buy email template or go and buy email addresses. So you go to those websites where you find someone marketing a 100 email list, 100 verified businesses in Nigeria for 15K, buy 1,000. All those things are very easy to get attracted to, but you are basically getting involved into unsolicited marketing. These people did not want to hear from you. In fact, they don't know that you exist. They did not opt in. Opt in the sense that they did not give you permission. So what is now considered permission? So we're going to basically go through the list here and see what is considered permission and what is not considered permission. Also, this link will be sent to you via email, so you don't have to try to write anything down. If you want to write anything down, it's good. So number one, I bought or rented 100% subscription base from a seller with a good reputation. If you are buying your email list, it means that the people you are actually buying their list from did not. Well, let's look at it from this perspective. Randomly, you were browsing the internet. You clicked on a link, and in the process, you saw a free ebook, and you decided to fill out your email address to get the ebook. The ebook seller promised you in the form that they will not sell your content in less than how many minutes, or just give yourself 24 hours. You'll start receiving random emails from people you don't know anything about. Random emails. You can try it today if you have any free time. Just go to any of these poker sites or any of these betting sites and register. The moment you are done registering those betting sites, you will receive all sort of emails: pennies enlargement, how to get rich in 2 hours, do this and your money will triple, random emails. Those are called unsolicited emails. So if you're running a legitimate business, it doesn't matter if your business is going to save the world. As long as you're not doing it right, you will not see the result you expect to see. And you might get blocked. People get blocked on a regular basis, and they basically get blocked on one platform. They change their email address. So basically, they're hackers. They are running around the place doing things illegally. So let us go through the list again. So don't buy email address. Bottom line, don't buy it. Try to build your email list, and I'll give you a tip or two on how to do that. Okay, so they subscribed on my shop. Yes, that is proper. And they were sponsors on an exhibition. You can go through all these lists at your free time and read through what is considered permission and what is not considered permission. So now I will talk about how to then grow your email list. Now, this is not a deep dive. Deep dive in the sense that we're not going into details, showing you how, but I will just show you one or two things and you can grasp it and you can immediately do it today self. So let's do it. On SendPost platform, right? You have access to the SendPost landing page feature. You can see, so you can create one landing page. So initially we have created our domain name. We've gone to buy a domain name, right? Now we've done our domain-based email address. We've created a SendPost account, but you don't have a website or you want to capture data. Okay. So someone says they runs an ERP service. Let me see the chat again. Okay. Someone said he runs an ERP service. So we're going to, and let's assume you don't have a website. So we're going to create a landing page. Just let's click on this landing page. And so what we're going to do is that for your email, for your ERP service, what can you offer people? What can you offer people that will cost you little to nothing, that you can use to capture their information? You have to give to get. What can you offer people? And for if you sell something online, you can offer promotion. I don't know what you can, but you can Google it. For your business, just say how to build the email list for, write your business name there. But let's see quickly for a consultancy company like the ERP service. So basically ERP is entity relationship ERP. Is that what it's called? Anyways, I know your ERP has to do with consultancy. You basically help businesses set up ERP systems. So the best way is free consultations. Okay, so you have to coin a word or coin some sort of attractive offer, and then you come. Let me delete this and show you how to start. No, don't. So you come to SendPost landing page. You click on create website, and let us just use this one we've already created. You can use what they call it. You can use any of the templates that are available. We have plenty of templates, so you can just play around with this. So let's just go straight into this one we've created. Let's edit it. Edit. Okay. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to create free consultation. So put your picture here or use a logo. So let me just delete this and look for a random logo. So let's use a logo. Gallery. Okay, let's put this here. Let's look for a logo. Okay, I can't find the logo, so I just randomly use this instead. Okay, so let's use this as a logo. So the last time I taught this, I used someone who was a blogger. So you can write your company name. Let me delete this. And you just offer free consultation. Fill the form below. Okay. So free, let me just say free ERP consultation. Fill the form below. Okay. So you then, once you are done with this, Under the form, you just come to form right here. Where is it? Yes, you come to form, you click, you drag, and you drop. So now we've dropped the form into the page. You can see under here, on this section highlighted there, you see mailing list. That is one step we failed to take. We need to create a mailing list. So you come to mailing list, under mailing list, you click on new mailing list. So I'll call this ERP consult. Okay, you click on create. Right, so we've created the email list. Let's leave that. We'll come back to that later. So under here, we can drop down and then select the ERP consult we've created. And then we can move on from there. So basically, we entered name, email address, and phone number. So if someone comes to, let me just refresh it. Let me save and refresh the page. Okay, so let's look for the ERP consult we added here. I have to refresh. Okay, yeah, yes. So we have our ERP consult. So basically, when someone comes to your landing page, so right now you can go to Facebook, you can go to Twitter, you can go to Instagram, and then you can use this your landing page as your page, what do you call it? As your page link, right? So you can come here and edit this and change this to your own website. Just a minute, please. I need to get just a minute. All right, so you can come here and change this. That you can learn that at your own time. So I'll basically just copy out your link address and then go to my Facebook page, go to my Twitter page, and post it on my bio. All right, so you can post on your bio. You can use so you can go to your bio and paste it in your bio. And then you can go to Canva or just create a small graphics or something and post it and let people know, oh, please come, free consultation available. Let them fill out the forms. Once they fill out the form, let's just go through this. Let's visit the website and let us fill out the form. So these are the websites will look like. It looks perfect on mobile view. Let me show you how it looks like on mobile view. All right, so this is how it's going to look like on mobile view. So this looks like a mobile view, all right? Pretty good on mobile view. So people comes, oh, what did I just do? So let me go and fill the form. So I enter my name is Praise. This is this random information. I click on save a spot for the, and say thank you for subscribing. So let's go to your mailing list. So this is your mailing list right here. Let's refresh. You see that you have one contact added. As you can see, we have one contact added. Okay, so let's click on the ERP consult, and then you can see my name, my contact has been added to ERP consult. You can see email address, name, and all that. Okay, so now that is how to create your email list. So let's assume that you have an existing business and you want to import your email list. So let's say you have customer information in an Excel sheet. All right, how do you import the customer information from your Excel sheet into your website, into this place? We'll go and do that right now. So right now, I'm trying to create an Excel sheet real quick. Okay, so I just uploaded a contact list. I just quickly randomly made out on my Excel sheet. So right here, you see we have random names, test one, test two. We have phone numbers, some random phone numbers, and some random email addresses. And on the top here, we have like these drop-down menus. These drop-down menus is basically to ask you to specify the content on you have on this column. So right here, we will just click on name for this. So this is the name column. Here we'll click phone because it's the phone number column. Here we click email because it's the email column. And you can add as much as you want if you want to have advanced personalization, advanced segmentation, so you can add as much as you want, but it's very straightforward to have just the name, the phone number, and email address. And mind you, you have this in your Excel sheet more like columns, so it's not it's not convenient to have it in. You can import documents like you can import Microsoft Word. It has to be on an Excel sheet. So we click on add, and then send post go through the process to add. I deliberately added one mistake email address. So you can see it shows you email error 1, phone number errors 1. So out of the 4 lines, only 3 were recorded. So what was the bad one that was not recorded is the first line that has name, phone, and email, which is just the column names. So let's view contact. Okay, so we have the one, this is the first information I added using the free consultation landing page. And these are the informations I imported using the Excel sheet import. Okay, so now we have our email list ready. We know how to create a landing page real quick, how to share the landing page URL. So we have the landing page here. We have in fact, you can see your statistics and how many visits your landing page got. So today we have 3 visits. For the whole month, we had just 8. So you can have all these statistics you can use to know how your landing page performs. So with this landing page, you can get creative. You can post this on Facebook, on Twitter, and everywhere. You can even easily just create a very good poster. Advice, use Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Let me see, C-A-N-V-A. So just use canva.com. You can use Canva to create any graphic design. Pretty much simple graphics to advertise your business. You can see what they said. You can create very simple graphics to advertise your business. You can see all these template options they have here. Okay, so you could just go to Canva website, go to YouTube, and you'll find the 1001 tutorials on how to do this. So you can just put your logo somewhere, put your offer somewhere. If it's free consultations for 30 days period, you can add all those information there, and people can actually now click on your bio, say link in the bio, link in the bio. You see how people do that on Instagram. So they post something online, say link in the bio. You can even use your face. Say, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Toby. I do ERP consultations. We're having this month, we're doing something different. We're giving out free consultations to everyone, the first 30 people. So please check our link in the bio. Just stand in front of a camera, do a short video, and then boost the video. You can learn how to use the Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and boost that video. So people basically will go to your link in the bio, and they will basically be coming to your landing page to fill the information you request for, to get the free training. So once they fill the information, you will receive their information like this, right? So what do you do next? You want to send emails to them. All right. You want to say, hi, and you requested for a free consultation. We'll be hosting this on this day, this is the information and all that. You can send emails to them individually, or you can send emails to them as a complete, that's bulk email all at once. So we're going to the next stage, which is to now design the email you're going to send out to them. Right. So the next step is to design email template. So we're going to click on email templates right here. So click on email template. The email template is as simple as you creating a landing page. Just click and drag. So we have beautiful template libraries, many template libraries. You can pick from any of these design libraries, but we are just going to do one by ourselves. As you can see, I have a lot of random designs. Let me try to delete a few before creating a new one. Yes, that's enough. Okay, so we'll click on add template. And we're going to choose the template layout editor. These two options are for those who can write computer code, that can write code, right? They can write HTML or CSS. Please, these are advanced. So just go to, even me, I use this on day-to-day basis because it's fast, it's easy and straightforward. So I'll click on basic. All right, let me click this onboarding. Okay, so in a moment, I will break down the reason why this template is laid out this way and how this has a lot to do with the Can Spam Act. We're going back again to the Can Spam Act, email laws and policies. Okay, we're going to the Can Spam Act and the CASLO. All right, and how that affects your email template in just a minute. I will have to edit the two and attach them together. All right, so now we are at creating your email template. What are the things we need to cover here? Why is this added at the bottom of your email template? Why is this added? Why is all this social media link added? Why is the company logo added by default? Why is this added? Okay, so let me just go back to searching the Can Spam Act, and I'll break it down to some of the things they put there as guidelines. I mean, okay. Okay, so the Can Spam Acts specify a few things. One of the things is a message cannot be sent without an unsubscribe option, right? A message cannot be sent to a harvested email address. Messages cannot contain a false header. A message should contain at least one sentence. A message cannot be null. Unsubscribe option should be below the message. So unsubscribe option should be below the message. A message cannot be sent without an unsubscribe option. That is why we have this unsubscribe right here at the bottom of the email or at the bottom of the message. You can see that it says this email has been sent to you because you are a customer or subscriber of, this is why we now have, this is the reason why you have to enter your company name at the beginning, because this is where the company name will be attached to automatically. You can see here it says these curly braces with email sender company. So the company name you entered initially or your name will be addressed, will be shown up here. So it's basically telling users that this email is not being sent to you because we stole your email address from somewhere. It's because you are a customer or subscriber of the company name. All right. So you can choose to unsubscribe. Now you are free to edit this page. You can say If you choose not to receive emails from us anymore, you can unsubscribe, but we'll be sad to leave you. Anything you can edit it as long as this blue icon, this blue link here, unsubscribe, is still available. Some users can go to an extent to reduce the text to make it difficult for people to see, but please make it readable and available for users to see, and it's always at the bottom of all your emails. All right. We also have this copyright current year, blah blah blah. All this is basically company information. So it's basically another line of check that, oh, this is this company, this is their email address, this is their company's website, and all that as some sort of verification. Now Salesforce add one more line of check, which is your social media. Your social media is your online social your social proof of identity. So whatever business you're running, at least you should have one social media account, even if it's just LinkedIn or Instagram or just Facebook, so people can check just in case they forget who they came, who they where they sign up from. They can check, oh, this company I remember, or this is the website I remember. So right here, you can change the design of your email, of your social link. You can add your Facebook. You can change it from Facebook to Instagram. You add your Facebook. You can, so you can basically play around with this and edit it. You can add a link. So here you enter your URL. For your Twitter, you enter your URL here. Let's use this as LinkedIn. You can enter your URL. Let's use this as WhatsApp instead. And then you can enter your WhatsApp URL. Okay. So these are the things to do. Next, last but not the least, no, two more things. Two more things. One other thing is your brand consistency. Branding is important in your email. If you do not have a brand, you should have some sort of consistency in how your email content looks like. The email you receive from me looks exactly or similar to the SendPost brand. You can see we have this cool blue logo. Let me show you our website. So we have this blue field. We have this blue field. Okay. And the email I sent you, add the SendPost blue field. Let me just pull up the design I used. Has the SendPost blue field. All right. So this is the email I sent you. You can see the SendPost logo at the top, SendPost Academy logo at the top. You see that the blue. So the whole idea is that I'm keeping consistency with the brand. Right. Always keep consistent with your brand. If your brand color is black, keep consistent with the brand. Now, somewhere on your email content, you should have your company logo. Okay, this is just something you need to have. If your company logo is not, it's not specifically standalone like this, you can delete this, for example. All right, you can use another variant. For example, the poster I used for the templates, let me just upload and drag it in. Okay, you can see that I can use this poster because company logo is available on the poster, right? Another thing, which is the last thing I'm going to talk about as regards email templates, is the body of your email template. You have to, number one, check that your email do not contain spam statements. For example, the word free. Okay, I took a very good risk adding free training this week on my email header, and the word free has been flagged excessively amount of times to be high spam, or yeah, to be a high spam keyword. So high spam keyword, the word free, the word free is on that list. You can Google it, you can learn more about how to avoid spam. And there's a list of words that are regarded as high spam words. Okay. Thanks to our scamming brothers who are always using those words. And those emails have gotten flagged 1,000 times, a million times, God knows how many times. So these words are already regarded as a high spam fidelity word. So word free, word all these things, all those kind of words, have to be, you have to be careful. One way to check. All right, SendPost has a check. I will show you when you're creating your template. Another way to check is to use alternative online spam checkers, but that is a little bit more advanced. So I'll just show you how to use the SendPost spam checker before you send out your email. All right. So another thing people do mistake to do is you must have received emails from affiliate marketers. They like doing these things. They would make one line bold, bold. They will make it red. All right. It's called attention grabbers, and these things also will be flagged by the spam bot, and your email will most likely go to spam. Keep your email content clean, professional, and consistent. Those are your watchword. Clean, professional, consistent. This email, for example, is not clean. You're trying to get my attention, and you're trying to say buy now. Excessive use of exclamation mark, unnecessary use of exclamation mark. Also, we get your email in the spam folder. Okay, so now we are through with this. Let us go ahead and send out our campaign. And change all this out. Let me remove this by now, all this, and double the line. Okay. So there are more videos on our YouTube channel about to create your templates. I will also add that into the email I will send to you. You may not receive the email today because I may need to edit the video. So that may take a little bit of time. So by either today or Monday morning, unfailingly, you'll receive an email with all the updates and the video for today's training. All right, so let's go on. So we're done with our email template. All right, let's click on save. So we can give it a name. Just enter, let's leave it this way and click on save. So the next step will now be to send out our campaign. We can now send out our campaign. So let me close. Let me just click. Well, before we even do this, let's preview the email set. Let's preview it. Just click on preview and we can see how it looks like on the web. So when you receive it on your email, this is how it to look like. Pretty nice. On your phone, this is how it to look like. Pretty okay. So let us click on save and exit. Okay. So let's create our campaign. Just click on the button that says create a campaign. And we're here. So here we come and have to create the first step is to select our mailing list. So we're going to create a mailing list. Let's select ERP. What was what we created? Yes, ERP consult. We click on select, click on OK. So you're going to send 4 emails. So if you added your domain-based email address, which is your email address that has a domain-based address attached to it, you can be able to click, select it from the drop-down menu. This drop-down menu here, you have the other option. But right now, I do not have a domain-based email address attached. You need to have it, though. Maybe in the next possible training, I will try to get one attached instead. So you click on your sender name, praise from SendPulse, for example. Your subject line should be very relevant to your email content. Please do not use bait links, or do not try to get attention and then say something different in email. So many emails like that make people annoyed and end up flagging your email as spam. So this one, I'll just call it welcome. Okay, so I click on next. And here we will then select the email template we want to use. So you see that we've created a lot, but this is the one we just did this morning. So we click on select. Okay, it's loading. So we can see a preview. We can see that the pre-header is written also. So we click on next. Just leave this as blank. Do not edit anything here. Click on next. So we are now at this page, which is the last page, the last review page before you send out your campaign. And there are very important things I want to show you here. Here you can confirm that you're sending the email to the right email list. Your sender ID is correct, and your subject line is okay. Next is your email's message content, your message content. Now you can see 2 things here. Okay, this is if you're on the free plan, you need to upgrade to the paid plan to have more advanced options. But the important thing we're looking at here is this red icon. And this red icon says email service may regard this campaign as spam. Okay, so to reply, someone sent a message. Let me see. To reply, or ye tag. Yeah, you're still here. I received this line here. Email service may regard this campaign as spam, and I ignored it. Okay, so this is why my email must have dropped into your spam folder. Now I know for sure that I have a 80, 20 chance of it getting into your inbox, because I used one of the high spam word, which was free, in my subject line, but I did not use it in my body, in my message body. So I was like, okay, at least I'm sure that 80% of people receive it in their inbox. So I took the chance and I still send out the email. So let's look at the recommendation here. So the first recommendation here is that the campaign is going to be sent from an email address on a free domain. So this is what I mentioned at the beginning of this training. The reason why you need to use a domain-based email address in place of a free domain-based, a free email address like Gmail and the rest. Because if you use the free address, your email is going to go to the spam folder. You see? So the Tenpos is asking you to add an email address, add a sender email address on a corporate domain to reduce the risk, right? To reduce the risk of emails getting into spam. Let me just do something. Let me click on change here. And let me say free. Let's click on continue. Next. Get recommendation. Are you seeing what happened now? So you see that the first time I didn't have any of these issues on my email. The only thing I did wrong, I was sure I did wrong, was that I'm sending the email from a Gmail account. You see, praisestation@gmail.com. All right. So that's why it sent me the first recommendation that sender name is from a free. So I'm to use a corporate domain to reduce going to spam. Now you can see that I also have a problem with my email subject that says email stop words are detected. Free. Do not use or reduce the number of email stop words in your subject line. So before you sign up your campaign, SendBoss will have given you this kind of recommendations with possible problems your email might get into, or your email might. So I can decide that, oh, there's no problem with that one now. It's only one free. So there is a 80-20 chance of getting to the spam folder. Well, I need to use the word free. So I'm willing to take that chances. So I click on OK. Another thing you can do is maybe let's just align these email stop words. Copy it. Okay. And then let's search it on Google. Let me just use Google instead. I don't really use Google because they track my search history and they chase me up and down with search. So I use this other alternative because they don't chase me up and down when I search something. All right. So you can see 188 spam words to avoid. The top 202 spam words. So you can read all this and you can see there's no definite list, but you can see that these sites have a list of, for example, act now, action, apply now, apply online, buy direct, call now, click here, clearance, click here. Why did they repeat click here twice? Do it today, don't delete, drastically reduce, exclusive deal, expire, get it now, get started now, important information regarding, instant, limited time. All these are regarded as top words. These are needy words and phrases. 100% all new, bargain, best price. Now, if you used all these needy words, all right, like all new, bargain, free, all these kind of words, let's look at these people's list also. And this people says, so you can see how this email box looks like. 100% free. So not all your email will even go into the spam folder. It depends on how you approach it. If you use words that look more needy, like free, now, 100% discount, your email may not even go into the spam folder. It might go to the promotional tab. If you use the Gmail account, all right, just check for a promotional tab. Your email might just go there and patch. Let me see if I log into Gmail somewhere. Might just go there and patch his tent there. And let me see. So you can see this Promotional tab. So I have my AliExpress, I have this Open Me, I have this ICT, I have this AliExpress. So all these are regarded as promotional emails. You can see them under promotional. All right. So if you use all these salesy or Jumia kind of message words to get into the promotional tab. I hope I'm able to answer your question, Mr. Oyetagro. I think I'm able to answer your question. So let's go on. So that's why that email got into the spam folder. Yeah. So well, I'm too lazy to go and change anything. I use free twice. So if you're using these buzzwords, try to limit it. All right. Try to limit using it in your subject line and maybe use it in your email body and maybe use it once or twice. Keep the number down. Keep the number down. So let's go on. So now the last stage of creating your email template of your keep creating your campaign, I mean, is sending the campaign. So you have two options. You can send a campaign right now. Okay. Or you can choose to send it at a later date. Okay. So if you send it right now, if you send this right now, let's now take a wind back. So when we're setting up our email account, I'm sure you must have been asking, this everything is intertwined into each other. While creating your email account, I mentioned you should come down here and click on account settings. All right, this is the first thing you need to do. While creating your email account, there's a place where we had to specify time zone. I remember Mrs. Philomena we taught earlier, so you saw us do that. Time zone, we had to specify time zone, and this is very important that you specify time zone. SendPost is an international app platform, so it will basically pick time zone based, or it will try to detect your location and then pick a time zone based on your location. All right, but imagine in a situation where your browser hides location detection, or your browser's the location is not specific, right? It will set a generic or random time zone. It could set, for example, the United States of America. It could set London. So I set Lagos. Please make sure you go to your settings and fill this form. Set your time zone, set your currency, go to additional and fill up all information here. Once you get to source of email list, select subscribers and you save. This is very important because it will affect the performance of your campaign also. So right here, I click on send now. It will send right now at 11:29. If I now choose to send at a later date, you could see down here that it's saying UTC plus 01 Lagos. Now, because SendPost know that so many users might not even do this needful at the beginning, because so many of us can be under pressure, and we just click on send on, you just come down here, click on Monday morning, and click on 9 o'clock in the morning. Let's go to 10 o'clock in the morning to send the email. And then we forget to check our time zone, and then we click on schedule. If we schedule it, it might not even go at the 10 o'clock, it might go at 8 o'clock, might go at 12 o'clock because you are not sure the time zone you click. So you can click here again and be sure that your time zone is Lagos. Then you click on save. So that when you schedule your email template, your email campaign, it gets sent at the time you choose for it to go. It's very important. Timing is important for email marketing. All right, so another very important option here is this option of resend messages to clients who didn't open. So peradventure you send emails to 1,000 emails, 1,000 clients. Okay. Out of the 1,000 clients, 600 or 700 of them open your email. Okay. What about those who didn't open your email? What do you do to them? Use this option to resend the same campaign to them. So SendPost will give about 24-hour period between the first campaign and the second campaign. You can even specify it. So yeah, we said this campaign will be sent on this day. So we can say on Tuesday, resend this campaign to people, or let's say at 10 o'clock. So it will send the campaign to people on this day, which is on Monday, and it will wait till the time on Tuesday to see if the people will open this campaign. If they open the campaign will not be sent to them again. If they did not open it, it will resend it to them for whatsoever reason. Some people may not be on their laptop at the time to receive your email, or they may not be on their phone to see your email. So you have to now resend the campaign to them. So once you click on schedule, your email campaign gets scheduled, and then on the specific time and day, it goes out. So the final step now is to look at your email statistics. Let's just look at a random campaign we sent out in the past. So once we send our campaign, you receive this hooray, your email campaign has been created. Your subscribers will receive your messages soon. Someone asked for chat, WhatsApp chat. Okay. All right. So let's click on close so you can see moderation. So the last step in your email campaign sending is the moderation process. Why does your email go through moderation? All right. Now this is what St. Paul's does to make sure that your email delivery goes up. Your email goes through moderation to make sure that, so example says, we are reviewing your email campaign to make sure it meets our terms of service, which helps us maintain deliverability for all of our clients. One other thing St. Paul's does with this process is to make sure that your email does not get blacklisted after it gets sent. So it's more like, instead of doing medicine after sickness, it's basically making sure that you don't even get sick. So if your emails break the laws of the laws as we specify here, the Can Spam Act and all that, SendPost will actually stop it from going out and send it back to you and say, you have some mistakes in your email, all right? You have problem here, kindly fix it. This basically makes it easy for you to fix problems before your email actually go out. In a situation where your email goes out and then it breaks all these laws, the international email servers will just blacklist or make it difficult for your subsequent emails to get delivered. So SendPost basically try to mediate the process and make it easier for you. That is one of the greatest advantages of using the platform. All right. So after the email is done, in moderation, you can go ahead. It will be sent by itself. I think moderation takes a maximum of 15 minutes. So after that, the email gets sent. So you can see it again. Email is sent from the Gmail account, which is wrong, but for this test, I will do it for maybe in subsequent trainings. I will try to use a domain-based email address. So sender name is Praise from SendPulse. The send date is July 24. So we're going to retrieve this kind of data. Clicks open, planned campaign resend on this day. Okay. And this is your email template you send out. So let's look at statistics. Let's see the campaign we sent out in the past, and let's see how they perform. Okay. So we have this called welcome name. Let's click on it. Let's click on all campaign. So here we can see 4 emails sent, 4 delivered, 1 was opened. So you have a 25% open rate. You can see the devices that open your email. So desktop, Windows, Firefox. So this is open on Firefox, on the Firefox browser. You can see the list of recipients. So you basically can see so much data as regards this person open and read the email. These other people did not open and read the email. So you can see so many information, and you can actually use this information to detect, to basically plan your next campaign. You can use this for segmentation. You can use this for personalization. All these are advanced email marketing tactics to improve the performance of your campaign. So at this point, I would like to talk a little bit about this training actually comes, or this little time together comes with a certification. It's basically a ground level beginner certification. You can get this certification when you do a few things. And I think 4 things. You receive an email today or Monday morning with all the information I discussed today. You can read more about it. The video will be ready by then. You can watch the video, and you can go further to practicalize it. So the certificates are only available for those who actually take action. So basically, you are going to practicalize. You are going to create your SendPost account. You're going to do as I did today. If you don't have a website, buy a domain name, create the landing page using the SendPost landing page, attach it to your domain name, show the world what you do, the product you offer, the service you offer. Let people come to your landing page, fill their information, basically capture people's data, and then create your first email campaign and send it out to them. I'll be reaching out to those who also applied for certification from last week, and just basically to check up with you and know where you've gotten to, and try to offer advice along the way. I know there are a lot of things you can learn in the process, more advanced things you can experiment. And yeah. So for the certification, I'm expecting those who are applying to have the time during the week to do the needful, use the platform, send out their campaigns, and want to see that you are using it. I want to see that you are getting results, not just learning. That is very important. For those who want to reach me on WhatsApp, all right, I am mostly going to be offline for most of the day, but I'm going to reply messages on Monday. Um, I'm going to drop the WhatsApp chat here on the chat, the link. All right, so I've just sent the WhatsApp chat to the link. Just click on the link and you can just say hi. I will stay up for another few minutes. So thank you so much for your time. If you have questions, we'll spend like 5 minutes for questions. Let me see. Yes, we can spend like 5 minutes for questions. If you have questions, please let me know. Okay, so if you have a domain name but don't have domain email, what do you do? It depends on where you purchase your domain name. All right. If you have a domain name, just purchase a server or just go to whoever you purchase your domain name from and ask, I have a domain name, I need an email address, and they will just advise. This is very different from different platforms. Some platforms require you to have a hosting plan first, and then you can attach a domain to an email address, an email to it. Some plan can just give you domain email directly. So just reach out to your domain provider. I mentioned earlier Q servers. So if you have if you don't have, just use Q servers, chat their support and ask for help. You can also get Giga Layer. You can also use Google. These are Nigerian platforms. So you are basically going to pay a very, very minute amount of money. If you use .com.ng, you are paying just 1,000 or 1,005. Okay. So you can use Giga Layer. But if you use platforms like GoDaddy, for example, you are paying in dollars. So I think a domain is 12, start from $12. That is on the high side. So I use GoDaddy a lot. But I also use Q servers also for the .com.ng because it's 1,000, 1,005. Right. So thank you so much for your time. And thank you for staying with me to the end. I especially, you might say I'm being partial, but Mr. Philomena Abia joined right from the first second. She didn't waste any time. Thank you so much for your time. I will try my best to reach out.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'll try my best to reach out to everyone as much as I can during the week and to check on your progress and also to offer further support. All right.
That'll be fine.
All right. Do have a great weekend. I heard that BB Nigeria is starting today. And enjoy. Enjoy.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.